Okay, so I think that's live. Just going to host a watch party. The funny thing with going live is that you can't give it a test run, because if you give it a test run, it's definitely live now. If you give it a test run, then everybody can see you do a test run. You can't do a secret little, cheeky little test run. So, sorry, I haven't changed the, I wonder where the label is on here. Anyway. Right. So, just how is everybody? You can chat to me. I've got myself set up reasonably well, I think. Yeah. Oh my gosh, we had church on Sunday. It was so amazing. We'd done some decorating, so the place looked fresh and new, and it was great to give some people some hugs. Yeah, so it was really lovely. Hey, Kelly, how are you going? Hi, Mouse. Yeah, I know. I must apologise. The baby's still awake. She needs to go back to lockdown level 4 because, hey, Tash, she loved it. She settled so well. She, thanks, Mouse. She got into such a good routine. She was the perfect baby, and now I have had to get her to sleep in the pushchair for each sleep today. So that's not cool. Thankfully, she'll transfer really easily tonight when I need to go to bed, which I kind of feel like is about now. And my eyes. Just talking with a friend of mine today about my eyes, because the medication that I'm on for my trigeminal neuralgia makes my eyes go really puffy. So I constantly look like I'm exhausted, and I am a little bit maybe exhausted, but yeah, they make me look very, very tired. So I'm not. Anyway, I want to show you something that my daughter Abby bought for me. So a friend of ours has just started a little new business, and I can't remember the name of it. It's called, what's it called? Mouse. Hey, Dave. Hey, Sonia. Nice to see you. I can send a wave like that. I don't know how to send a wave otherwise. What is Maya's new business called? Anybody want to put that up for me? Tailor-made. Thanks, Mouse. I knew that it would be you. And she does these. And Abby bought this for me. I'm going to try and hold it so that, you guys you're going to see a bit of reflection. How can I do that? There's no reflection. Oh, you're going to see it anyway. Isn't that just beautiful? Oh, gosh. So I'll bring it a bit closer. It's me and Raj, and I just love it so much. I love it. Anyway, so there you go. If you want a really cool birthday present or Christmas present for your mum or your dad or your grandparents or your wife or something, that's a really cool thing to do. So everybody's back at work, back at school. We are the most amazing country in the world, even though we just had another 2 cases yesterday. I think that is something that's going to happen, and I think that we've proved to ourselves that we can do this. We can get rid of it out of our country. What had we been? I think 21 days without a case. That's just amazing, and makes you feel so safe. Yeah. So, Melza said she just got one made of their dog. Oh, Ollie, who died, I think it was last year. Oh, that's lovely, Melza. I can't wait to see it. again, I'm just going to apologise for that baby out there. Ethan is doing his darndest to get her to sleep in the pushchair. He wanted to stay in here. And what are you doing? And now he's coming in, making a noise
juice
to get his drink. Typical. Teenagers, eh? Who'd have them? Do you know what? I've only got, what are we, June, July, August, September, October, November, 5 more months of having a teenager. And then I graduate. Oh my gosh, that's going to be so amazing. Anyway, you know, I've been thinking last couple of days what I might talk about tonight, and I kind of thought maybe I'd talk about the race issue again, but more around racism in Aotearoa. And then I thought, no, I don't want to do that. And then I thought, you know, I could always talk about the LGBTQ community again, because I haven't talked about that for a while. And then I thought, no, I wasn't going to do that. And I was talking with Gail today. Gail is one of our elders at church, and we had a meeting today. And, you know, I said to her, I'm just going to talk about God. And then I came home and now it's the dog coming in. I came home and I watched a video that somebody sent me, and it was by hey Nick, nice to see you joining us. It was by a pastor. What is David saying? Oh, David, bless you. So precious. Not. Hey, Colin and Kerry, nice to see you guys. Anyway, this video was a pastor in Christchurch, and he was speaking to his congregation about what's been happening in the world with the race issues and the rainbow community issues, and, you know, because it's Pride Week. Is it still Pride Week? I don't know. Anyway, it was horrible. It was horrendous. In fact, I can't believe that a man who says he is a pastor and says that he loves God could talk like that about people. So the first thing I want to do, Nick, yeah. The first thing I want to do is I want to talk to you if you are a person of colour, if you are a person who belongs to the rainbow community, if you are a person who is a teenager, because this guy was slinging off at teenagers. Pretty much any of you who are marginalised. I want to just say I am so sorry that somebody talked about you like that. I'm so sorry that a pastor is somebody that you should be able to trust, and you should be able to how can people come to talk to a pastor if they know, hey, Des, nice to see you, if they know that their pastor or the pastor might very well judge them harshly, ridicule them, criticize them, tell them they're going to hell, because of the way they were born. I apologize for that. I can't believe that there is somebody out there doing that. And yeah, I get that there actually are. There are people, there are pastors who still believe those things. There are pastors who are racist. Hey, Pamela. And Keith, but not this pastor. Not this pastor. I am really on a journey, and I've been on a journey for a long, long time. Ethan and I were just talking about how long, hi Paige, how long I've been on the journey, on the rainbow community journey. And it's a long time. It's probably, I would say, maybe 10, 12 years since I had a conversation. I'm going to tell you what happened for me. I had a conversation with somebody who was brought to me and Rog by a friend who said, you need to come and tell your story to Roger and Debbie because they will love and accept you. And so this lady came. We were quite obviously already on a bit of a journey as far as what we believed about people who were from the LGBTQ community. But we sat with this beautiful woman, and she loves God so much. She is one of the most inspiring women I know. And she asked us questions, and we would answer. Hey, Libby. Questions like, I can't even remember. It's 10 years ago. But all of the normal kind of questions that we have excuses and reasons for not accepting the LGBT community. And hey, Doz. We sat probably for over an hour, maybe an hour and a half, just talking about where this lady was coming from. And it got to the end, and she asked us another question, and I'm gutted that I can't remember what that question was, because for that question we didn't have an answer. And she convinced us, and it wasn't that we needed, it wasn't that she strong-armed us, but it was just about the way that she was. And it's hard to describe that someone can love God and still be a lesbian or homosexual or bisexual or pansexual or whatever, transgender. I think it's the first time that I really experienced that. And I'm not saying that, we still had a ways to go, because, we'd been brought up in the church believing, that homosexuals were an abomination, and it took a long time, it took us 10 years ago, because I'd have been in my 40s, for that to go away. And certainly, oh my gosh, stop. Certainly over the last 10 years, I have come to totally accept people in the LGBTQ plus community. I'm going to say rainbow from now on, because it's a bit of a tongue twister. So I have definitely studied it in the Bible. I know many people who are in the rainbow community who love God, who want to serve him and worship him, who want to be accepted and loved and a part of a church community. And so I kind of feel like one of my jobs is to encourage people to be on that journey. And, for a long time we've kind of been nibbling around the corners of it, by trying to talk about judgment and trying to talk about, things like don't hold on too tight to your theology, because sometimes our theology is wrong. And I think in this case it is. I have a thesis by a lady who's just done her master's at Carey, and I'm happy to send that to anybody who would like to read it. So if you are on that journey already, then yeah, I'm happy to send it to you. So just message me, or if you don't have if you're not friends with me, then you should be. No, if you can also message the church page if you're just watching on the church page. If you want to look into it, I'd encourage you to keep your eyes open, and it's the same with racism. Racism has, it's got to stop. And, we think of ourselves as not racist. But, well, certainly that pastor said some pretty horrendous things. And so if you're a person of colour, again, not this pastor. And, I think our church is pretty amazing, and we're certainly doing our best, to be on that bicultural journey that we're on, which is just amazing. And again, like I said on my status today, not perfect, and I'm not perfect, and I do get things wrong, and but that's never my intention, and it would never be my intention to ridicule. In fact, it doesn't matter to me what you come to me with. It will never be my intention. I won't ridicule you, and it will never be my intention to hurt you. So if you've watched that video, and like I say, if you're a person of colour, if you're in the rainbow community, or if you're a teenager, then I apologise, and I say to you, I get that might have hurt you. In fact, it will have hurt you. And we're trying to heal, not hurt. So please don't judge all pastors by one pastor. So, I wanted to talk about God. Oh my gosh, it's the whole menagerie. And I can't get away from the greatest commandment, which is to love the Lord your God with all your heart and all your soul and all your mind and all your strength, and to love your neighbour as you love yourself. And, I just sat down this afternoon and did some, looked those scriptures up, and it appears in the New Testament and in the Old Testament. And I guess I always follow that principle. Well, if you're talking about God, love should be like that, the foundation of that, because God loves us. Oh my gosh. This is Luna, everybody. She wants to sit on my knee, but she's not going to. So I'm already too hot. So let me just have a quick look on my computer too, just to make sure that I've said what I need, everything I need to say. That you can't love God and not love His creation. You can't. Because we're made in the image of God. We are made in His likeness. So how can we love God and not love somebody because they are a person of colour, or because they are in the rainbow community, if we truly believe that we're made in the image of God? Or teenagers. Sometimes teenagers are a little bit unlovable, I have to say that, because I have one still, just one, for 5 more months. Anyway, oh my gosh. Look, if you want to talk about this, then please come and see me. Message me, call me. I'm happy to talk with you. And if you know somebody who needs to talk to me, who needs to talk to, it needs to talk to a pastor and be accepted for who they are right now. No changing, no expectations, no, then bring your friends to me, because I will love them and I will accept them. And that doesn't mean I'm going to accept people who abuse people, okay? Don't take it to that extreme. But if you are in the LGBTQ plus community, if you are a person of colour, even if you're a teenager, Doesn't matter what you are or who you are. Doesn't matter. Yeah, I would love to talk with you, especially if you have. Hey, Lance, nice to see you. Especially if you have been wounded by a Christian, by anybody, by your parents. Yeah. So hope to see you on Sunday. Yeah, we had a great service last Sunday, and it will be so good to gather together again. So ka kite anō, aroha nui, love you all. See ya.